These are the Brussels sprouts you're going to want at every holiday dinner. You're going to want them at Thanksgiving. You're going to want them next Tuesday. You got salty, you got sweet, you got a little heat, you got creamy goat cheese dressing, and you got crispy. Nothing more you want in a Brussels sprout. One look, and I breathe. Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Crisp by Kristen. Today I'm in the kitchen making a Brussels sprout recipe good enough to bring to your next potluck or holiday, but also easy enough to make any day of the week. They're crispy, salty, have a hint of heat, a whisper of maple syrup, topped with roasted pistachios, pomegranate seeds, all brought together with a creamy, tangy goat cheese dressing. I can't wait for you guys to try this. Let's get to it. All right, so before I even get to the Brussels sprouts, I'm going to make the goat cheese dressing, which is just goat cheese, apple cider vinegar, olive oil, and whole milk. And then blitz in a food processor. That is so creamy. Okay, so now that this is done, I'm going to put this in the fridge to chill while I make the Brussels sprouts. So I'm either going to cut the Brussels sprouts, depending on its size, in half or in quarters. Okay, so now I have all my Brussels sprouts cut, and now I'm going to just start seasoning them. For the Brussels sprouts, we'll need salt, cumin, crushed red pepper, maple syrup, olive oil, and then pistachio nuts. Okay, so first I'm going to add my olive oil, about 3 tablespoons. Add some salt, cumin, crushed red pepper. If you don't like really spicy, feel free to add less. If you really love spicy, feel free to add more. But I think about a half a teaspoon is good for about like 12 ounces. And then your maple syrup. If you feel like you need to add more olive oil, feel free to do so. This. Okay. Ready? Oops. It smells so good. Okay, when you've mixed it up enough, then you just place on a sheet pan. And what I like to try to do is just make sure that the flat surfaces, any flat surfaces here, are sort of down hitting the pan so that they get nice, so they cook nice and brown. So my Brussels sprouts are all set, but what I'm going to do is just reserve a little bit of space here, because when there's about 10 minutes left on the Brussels sprouts, I'm going to put in my pistachio nuts to toast. So I just want to make a little bit of room closest to me so I don't have to, I can easily just put them in. Okay, looks good. There they go. 10 minutes left on the Brussels sprouts, so I'm going to add my pistachio nuts in right here to just get a little toasted. Okay. They're just about ready, so I'm going to take them out. Oh, they look absolutely perfect. And the pistachio nuts are perfectly toasted. This is all about to come together. Now I'm going to start plating my dish, starting with a layer of goat cheese dressing, and don't be shy here when it comes to cheese, then adding the star of the dish, the Brussels sprouts, then layering on the pistachio nuts and the pomegranate seeds, and that's it. This is the dish, and it's so beautiful. You have the crunchiness, the saltiness, the sweetness. It is perfect. I really hope you make this for your next holiday or for tonight for dinner. But either way, thanks again for stopping by, and see you soon.